Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a few various bits of Ninjago news out there. It's going to be one of those videos with multiple topics, so stay tuned. First, we will talk about a new update brought to us by the official LEGO YouTube channel. Then, we will talk about some new Ninjago and Fortnite collaboration news / rumors. And finally, we will end by talking about a few various statements brought to us by Ninjago series head writer Doc Wyatt over on Blue Sky. Like I said, gonna be one of those videos with a few different topics here, so stay tuned, we have a lot to get into. So first, starting with the official LEGO YouTube channel here, we actually now have the entirety of Ninjago Season 3, aka Rebooted, actually uploaded as one of those super long videos. We recently saw that with Season 1 and Season 2 of the original Ninjago series, and following suit, actually very soon after Season 2, we now have Season 3. Granted, it's not as long as the Seasons 1 and 2 uploads were, because Season 3 is not that long of a season, clocking in at only 8 episodes, meaning the video is nearly 3 hours long. It's basically just a movie, maybe a little bit longer than your average movie, but still movie length nonetheless. And I'm excited for this news just because, again, it does feel like LEGO is going to be consistent with this, and there is no set schedule apparently for these Ninjago uploads. Something tells me, though, they are going to try to get through the entire Ninjago series at least before the 15th anniversary in January. But still, we now have Seasons 1, 2, and 3. Cannot wait for Season 4, my personal favorite Ninjago season. Keep going, LEGO, keep doing this, we very much appreciate it. Next up here, we have ourselves a quick update surrounding the Ninjago and Fortnite collaboration. Not really sure what to make of this news because it might not even be for Ninjago. However, according to a usual Fortnite leaker here that we've been talking about, they say the following here: upcoming LEGO NPCs, again, possibly for Ninjago. With the next update, we will feature new upcoming NPCs with the next code names, and we have here Matron Splash, Proto Energy, Shrewd Ticket, Shrewd Shamrock, Shrewd Oven, Shrewd Scallop, and Shrewd Nom Nom. They will be important. Next update, expect them to be the Elemental Ninjas, and I don't know. Yeah, so obviously here, code names, assuming that they are for the ninja. Maybe the first one, Matron Splash, maybe that's supposed to be Nia. Proto Energy could be Lloyd, but then again, Lloyd could also be Shrewd Shamrock. No idea. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe Shrewd Oven is Kai because, you know, hot. Maybe Shrewd Num Num is Cole because he likes to eat. I have no idea. Again, these are just code names. Might not even be for Ninjago. But I do think some of them do match up to Ninjago. Just not sure what to make of these. Obviously, these are not going to be, you know, what the characters are going to be called in the game. Just early code names here. But leave all of your guesses in the comments. Who do you think these code names belong to? Let me know in the comments. Moving on here, we are going to end by talking about a few statements brought to us by Ninjago series head writer Doc Wyatt over on Blue Sky. Just a couple more stragglers here, couple more answers, couple more statements that we should probably talk about that we have not talked about just yet. Of course, following his recent spree of answering a bunch of stuff. So starting with this one, someone asks, can you please tell us how a dragon becomes an arc dragon? Doc Wyatt replies, I get this question a lot. Arcs are leaders, matriarchs or patriarchs of tribes. Some tribes choose leaders by descent, some by combat, some by vote, some by a council of elders. Some rare arcs are the living avatars of sources. All tribes are allowed to select their arcs however they see fit. Yeah, so just a little bit more lore there surrounding how exactly arc dragons will be chosen. Again, it does seem like for the most part they are chosen, except some rare arcs are actually, again, source dragon avatars, like we saw in Dragons Rising Season 3 with the avatar of the Focus Source Dragon. And considering that Doc Wyatt here actually does say, again, rare arcs as in plural, I'm assuming other source dragons have avatars. In fact, I feel like the mysterious Dragon of Life that we are going to be seeing with the January set wave, and obviously in Season 4, chances are that will be an avatar of the Life Source Dragon. Again, considering that the dragon dragon is called the Dragon of Life, but it has been confirmed by a recent Ninjago book to be, again, an arc dragon, not a source dragon. Something tells me this is probably another one of those source dragon avatars, as was the case with the arc dragon of Focus during Dragons Rising Season 3. But again, just some more lore here surrounding the arc dragons, how they are chosen. Next up here, we have ourselves a plethora of questions here. We've talked about some of these questions and the corresponding Doc Wyatt answers before. However, I would like to talk about question number 2, just to end off this video. Can source dragons use elements that they've created? To which Doc Wyatt replies with yes. So I find that to be relatively interesting. I do wonder then if there are certain elements that the source dragons prefer to use. Like, for example, the motion dragon obviously controls a lot more elemental powers aside from just fire. However, her design is very fire-inspired, obviously. Just taking a look at her visual design, it screams fire. So something tells me that she maybe prefers to use the fire elemental power. And by proxy, obviously someone like the source dragon of strength might prefer stronger powers like earth or even metal. I do wonder then if we will see anything happen with this in Dragons Rising Season 4, because quite frankly, we haven't really seen anything like this happen yet. Maybe the source dragon of life will appear in Dragons Rising Season 4 and actually utilize the same elemental power that Lloyd has. It's also worth mentioning too that if source dragons can use elements that they've created, it doesn't matter if the power is already distributed to a mortal. So for example, again, with the motion dragon, it can still use fire even if Kai already has fire. And I do wonder if that ties back into other elemental dragons that we've seen that have elemental powers. Like in the first realm, for example, there are many fire dragons. But do the dragons have elemental powers, or are they made from elemental powers? It's hard to say. Do source dragons have the ability to still use their elemental powers, though, that they've created? Yes, absolutely, as confirmed by Doc Wyatt. So with that being said, everyone, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Like I said, just a couple of Ninjago news topics here that I wanted to discuss. I think out of all of this, I'm personally most excited for the eventual uploads of all of the Ninjago seasons. I think that's what I'm most excited for. But leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments surrounding everything that we discussed in today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you guys did, feel free to like and subscribe. Do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very soon. Peace.